Hey everyone, Jay Clark here from Fargo 3D Printing at CES 2018, and we have ran into Joel Telling, the 3D printing nerd. And so tell me why you're in Vegas.
Oh, I'm here in Vegas for CES, but specifically LulzBot brought me down to help promote their booth and the awesome things that they're doing here.
Cool. And so where are you from specifically? Like what part of the world? I'm not, was it a quick drive? Was it far drive? I mean, because you flew in, I believe, early this morning or yesterday. Last night.
Flew in last night, yeah. I Seattle, Washington.
Okay.
So really not that far away. The flight was literally less than 2 hours.
Well, and you don't, well, it was probably raining up there a little bit now during the winter.
A little bit. It was raining. It's been raining a little bit, and so the rain and the wetness here in Vegas, it feels like home. I'm not used to coming to Vegas when it's not 1,000,000 degrees outside.
So is this your first time, second time, like multiple 100th time being at CES?
This is my second time. I came last year. So the story is last year, it was CES Saturday.
Okay.
And it was about 11 a.m., noon. And Joseph Prusa said, if you can make it, I have a badge for you. And I said, I have to do this. And so I was going to have a serious case of FOMO if I didn't. And I used my Patreon funds to buy a last-minute ticket to Las Vegas. And I made it there Saturday at like 11:30, 11:45 at night. Met up with Prusa, we had drinks, and then the next day I got into CES, and that's how I met Simone from Tested, and I made some good business relationships with Dagama, and it worked out great, and I said I need to come back to this show, and so that's how I got here.
Well, perfect. Well, it's great to have you here. This show is, I think we've gone for the last 4 years, and it's been a really, really good show to be at and seeing like what everyone's doing. And then it's also fun to walk around to the other side of the booths and see like what the cars are doing. And like this is the first time it's been in the North Hall.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's actually usually been in the Sands.
Yes, last year was at Sands,
yes,
right?
Yep. So this is the first time it's been here. So it's interesting to see kind of in this setup. So what is your actual YouTube count at right now?
Count of
subscribers?
I think 166,000.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a lot more than us. But so tell me like how you got started with the channel and like what has like kept you driving, to keep doing the channel.
Well, I started doing what I wanted to do here on YouTube because I originally wanted to design a GoPro rig, and I wanted to use OpenSCAD to do it. And I thought, this would be neat. People might want to see this. So I did it, and I put it on. I showed it off on my YouTube channel, and then it got some views, and my friends were like, do some more. And so I gave updates, and I talked about printers. The first company to contact me about a review was Dremel.
Okay.
That was my first 3D printer review, which was interesting. I still get comments on that. And I'm like, yes, this part was great. Yes, I'm sorry for these other parts. So it started out as a way of showing off something, and then it just kind of grew into what it is today.
And you do this full time, correct?
No, I have a day job. So everything I do for YouTube is done after my wife and kids go to sleep for the night.
Well,
I'm tired.
Don't worry. I think there's a lot of people out there doing the second job thing. So no worries there. So tell us kind of what your plan for 2018 is going to be. Are you going to go to a lot more trade shows? Is there things that we should be like waiting for and anticipating from your guys' channel this year?
Well, I know that 2018 is going to see. I wanted to evaluate the business relationships I currently have. I know that I've done reviews for GearBest, and I know there's plenty of people that have a negative view of GearBest, which is completely and totally understandable once you see the situations they're involved in. But I want to evaluate the relationships I have, so I'm always making sure that I'm putting my best foot forward. I don't want to recommend or show off things that aren't good, and so I want to make sure that I'm showing off what I should be showing off on the channel. I want to travel more. I want to go to not necessarily more trade shows, but I want to visit more 3D printer manufacturers. I think it'd be interesting to go behind the scenes to see how they make theirs. I mean, especially after seeing LulzBot building the minis here. They've invited me back to Loveland, Colorado, so I'll get to go back to their place at some point. And then 2018 is hopefully going to see me traveling overseas for 3D printing for the first time. I've got Joe 3D Maker Noob. He's in Malta, and he's always got a guest house for me. But there's the TCT show that's in the UK.
Yep. I think Birmingham is.
Birmingham, and then there's also Prusa, Joseph Prusa in Prague, and I would love to go to his factory and see how they do things. So
well, and they've been growing. They just added, I think, like 6 filament lines. So that's going to be really interesting to see.
The Prusa stuff is good. I got a test roll of it with my Mark III.
Okay.
And it prints really well, and it looks incredible.
Yeah, we haven't gotten any in yet, but I do want to try their
You'll like it. I
stuff.
really think if what you get is similar to what I got, you're going to like it a lot.
Yeah, so it'll be really interesting if you go over there, and I'd love to hear what his positioning on going down that market, because it is a little bit of a different animal when you get into like the filament making.
I think one of the reasons he had to do this was because he was shipping so many printers that included filament. He was buying out all of the filament around him, and I don't think anybody else had stock to supply him. So he's just going to have to start making it.
Yeah. And then, so one thing, you're welcome to come up to Fargo and see the repair and spare parts side of things.
Nice.
It's not super flashy, but
Nice and warm,
just don't come in February, or even right now. It's -30 last week, so if you want to, I mean, it is an experience.
So cold.
It's an experience, though.
I bet it's something.
But well, thank you for taking the time. I know you got another
thanks for finding me.
Yeah, and I'm glad to see you in the LulzBot booth. We love your show. I know some of our subscribers love your stuff as well. So enjoy the show, and we'll probably run into each other at future shows down the road.
I'm sure future shows. We'll probably run into each other 3 times by the time the day's over. I'm convinced.
Perfect. Well, thank you again, Joel.
Thank you.
And thanks everyone for watching, and stay tuned for more CES.
High five, guys.
I hope so.